The eighth plague, locust. Mother, watch out behind you.
Oh no, Locust. Just the screen from his search, so there's many different kinds.
Right, don't be alarmed. She's
And
all
we
right.
found the kosher locust and locust, all kinds.
Right, we have
So
the edible variety.
editorial. Yes. So in case you're hungry, and John the Baptist says, locust and honey. So
The
super.
preferred method. It's gonna be a yogurt the next time, you know.
Yes. Oh, super. So where
So
are we? Chapter 10 of Exodus.
okay.
I yes.
Now the Lord said to Moses, go into the Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart and the hearts of his servants, that I may show these signs of mine before him, and that you may tell in the hearing of your son and your son's son the mighty things that I have done in Egypt, and my signs which I have done among them, that you may know that I am the Lord. So Moses and Aaron came into Pharaoh and said to him, thus says the Lord God of the Hebrews, how long will you refuse to humble yourself before me? Let my people go, that they may serve me. Or else,
Oh,
if
oh.
you refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow I will bring locusts into your territory, and they shall cover the face of the earth, so that no one shall be able to see the earth, and they shall eat the residue of what is left,
Mm,
which remains to you from the hail, and they shall eat every tree which grows up for you out of the field. So
mm.
even what you thought you had,
Exactly. So the last plague, you thought you had the wheat and the spelt crops left, but now here comes the locust, and they're just
here they come. You thought we were done.
and it probably felt like at least something's alive, and now here the locust is.
Right.
Oh,
Uh, uh, uh.
6 verse 6.
They shall fill your houses. Ew. The houses of all your servants. Ew. And the houses of all the Egyptians. Ew. Which neither your father nor your father's father have seen, since the day that they were on the earth. They had never seen this.
I know.
And he turned out and went from Pharaoh.
Oh, he dropped the mic.
Right.
I
So we've taken away their water.
mean, maybe it's, like then, Pharaoh would say, and then they would kind of clean up the water. So, but they did take away the water at one point, right? Yes.
They took away their hair.
Oh, yeah, the sores and the boils and the lice. That
Then they
was
took away the food
the livestock, the
and the furrows,
harvest,
I'm
the
sure.
barley, yeah,
And then the boils. Not comfortable.
yeah,
Did we go to hail? Acts of nature. Destroying food now.
I know.
And now we're going for complete destruction of food. And then you'll have to wait for next time, but we'll finish this. Oh, where were we?
Verse 7.
7. Then the Pharaoh's servant said to him,
Mm.
how long this gonna go on?
The servants are getting tired, aren't they? I mean, they're seeing because they're experiencing it and they're having their crops and everything, right?
Right, because then he goes on and he's like, let him go. There's nothing to defend. There's not even Egypt left. Not even gonna be a country by the time he's done.
Right, like please give us some relief, right?
Right. Just let him go. So the Pharaoh's servant said to him, how long shall this man be a snare to us? Let the men go, that they may serve the Lord their God. Do you not yet know that Egypt is destroyed?
Oh, I know.
It's pretty bad.
It is pretty bad. It is bad.
So Moses and Aaron were brought again to Pharaoh, and he said to them, go serve the Lord your God, who are the ones that are going. Who are the ones that are going?
So he wants to know.
So Pharaoh is asking them,
Yeah, Pharaoh
who's
is asking.
leaving?
Yes, who's leaving exactly?
And Moses said, we will go with our young and our old, with our sons and our daughters, with our flocks and our herds. We will go, for we must hold a feast to the Lord.
So in other words, everything.
It seems like maybe you could have left that last part out.
Oh,
Maybe hold the feast after you get out, right?
well, I think before he said about sacrificing the animals to the Lord, which I think is what he's talking about the feast to the Lord as a sacrifice, not as we're not going to have a party when we leave. We are having a party, but a Thanksgiving to God.
Hopefully. Not that it's wrong, but in the efforts of maybe getting out of Egypt,
No, I see what you're saying. You don't want to be saying, well, can you let me go so I can party?
right? And then
But
not
I don't think they're
let
really
me
saying
go
that.
tomorrow so we can have a party tonight. But
So,
I don't think
right,
they're saying that.
right. I think it's more like serving the Lord and thing for the Lord rather than a party, that we know of a
Or
party.
even a banquet.
Yeah,
Uh,
10.
and then he said to them, the Lord had better be with you when I let you and your little ones go. Beware, for evil is ahead of you.
Oh.
Always right. Not so. Go now, you who are men, and serve the Lord, for that is what you desired. And they were driven out of Pharaoh's presence. Then the
Mm.
Lord said to Moses, stretch out your hand over the land of Egypt for the locusts, that they may come upon the land of Egypt and eat every herb of the land, all the hail has left. Hold up.
Yeah,
So in this one, Pharaoh agrees to let them go before the locusts come.
I know. It's kind of interesting conversation. It's a little different, isn't it?
And then they still do it.
Well, let's see. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I will let you and little ones go. Beware, evil is ahead you. And he says, not so. Go now, you who are men. You who are men.
The, yeah. But I mean they still do it. So they stretch out. So
Yeah.
Moses stretched out the rod over the land of Egypt and brought the east wind on the land all that day and all that night. And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts. And the
Mm,
locusts went up over the land of Egypt and rested on all of the territory of Egypt. They were very severe. Previously, there had been no such locust as they, nor shall there be such after them.
mm,
For they covered the face of the whole earth, that the land was darkened, and they ate every herb of the land, and all the fruits of the trees which the hail had left. So there remained nothing green on the trees or on the plants of the field throughout all the land of Egypt. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron in haste and said, I have sinned against your Lord your God and against you. Now therefore please forgive my sin only this once, and entreat the Lord your God that he may take away from me this death only. So we went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Lord. And the Lord turned a very strong west wind, which took the locusts away and blew them into the Red Sea. There remained not one locust in all the territory of Egypt, but the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he did not let the children of Israel go.
okay.
This is a little bit of a weird. the dynamic is weird, you know?
I know.
Because now he's just like, I feel like he's just poking both sides. Like, come on, guys.
Right.
He
Oh,
could, I feel like they could have got it done here.
like they could have left them. Yeah, I know what you mean. But then in verse 12, it was the Lord that said to Moses, stretch out your hand. So I think Moses is just obeying God too, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, they're just doing their part. It's
Right. But then if you remember in the beginning of 10, it said that you may tell in the hearing of your sons and your sons mighty things I have done in Egypt, my signs I have done among them, that you may know that I am God. He's really trying to show the whole world at that time who he is.
right.
I think, you know.
I mean, he's done a very good job thus far, I think.
Yeah.
But
So, and he knows what's in everyone's heart too. So there's a lot that we don't know, probably, you know. I'm sure we don't know the whole.
it's probably the most expensive thing in the Egyptian kingdom with how hard his heart is. It's probably as hard as diamonds. It's probably pretty
Wow.
expensive.
So interesting, isn't it?
Yes. We will come back next time, and his heart will be dark matter.
Oh boy.
It will have condensed to the point of darkness.